Hello, my name is Maria Pagano, and this is my final practicum project for NUR 674, Leadership in Healthcare Systems Practicum. My project involved developing a boot camp to educate about fall prevention and post-fall strategies. My practicum site is located at Advent Health Celebration. This once small community hospital is located in the town that Disney built. It is in Osceola County, Florida, and was originally constructed in October of 1997 as a simple health clinic. In the last 27 years, this campus has flourished in size and continues to support its community by not only being a health hub, but a global surgical destination. Advent Health Celebration is an acute 357-bed hospital with 3 ICUs, 20 ORs, an adult and pediatric emergency room, an ambulatory surgery center on campus, and also acute floors ranging from med-tele to PCU to labor delivery, mother-baby, and NICU. In 2023, we had over 13,000 surgeries, almost 14,000 inpatient admissions, and close to 3,500 births. Because of where we're located, many of our patients are from out of state or even out of country. As a fun fact, this campus is currently in the works of building another 5-story patient tower because of the community need to accommodate more patients. Advent Health is known for its mission, extending the healing ministry of Christ. What is new to the organization is their service standards. Keep me safe, love me, own it, and make it easy. The idea is to treat every person, every time, with each service standard. When developing my practicum project, I chose to align it with the service standard, Keep Me Safe. After performing a campus needs assessment, one area that needed attention was the fall rate at this campus. From 2021 to 2023, there has been a steady increase of falls. 2023, unfortunately, was the highest rate of falls with injury ever documented at this campus. So this seemed like a great topic to pursue, and I did so under the guidance of my preceptor, Stacy Crawford. She is a director of nursing and also our director of quality outcomes. For some background, a falls debrief process was developed in November of 2023 to incorporate real-time feedback for staff and leaders. While this continues to grow, we noticed a gap for better education on how to facilitate a debrief and also to reinstill confidence in our frontline staff and their abilities to help prevent falls. Last year, our infection prevention team created a CAUTI boot camp to help educate nurses about CAUTI surveillance and prevention. After this boot camp, our campus did see a noticeable decrease in CAUTIs, and the staff couldn't stop raving about how much information they learned. My project topic was to create a curriculum for Falls Boot Camp. I needed to focus on teaching leaders how to facilitate a safe and welcoming debrief while teaching frontline staff proper fall risk assessments, prevention strategies, and post-fall assessments. My project goals were to create a tailored education plan for leadership and frontline staff by creating curriculum for Falls Boot Camp. To do so, this curriculum needed to be approved by our shared governance, Lisa Phillips, who is our manager for quality outcomes, and ultimately Stacy, my preceptor. We wanted to have the curriculum finished by April so we could start teaching boot camp during quarter 2. The overarching goal is to see a reduction in falls after we complete the intervention of Falls Boot Camp. Anticipated outcome is to see a reduction of falls by the end of 2024. Actual outcomes of the project during my time in this class is that the curriculum was created, approved, and completed by the end of this course. While putting together the curriculum, I was asked by our manager of nursing education to present some of the information to our units during inpatient skills fair. This was a great opportunity to see how some of the education would be received by the nursing staff, and I can say so far that it was a positive experience. While looking at falls data, it was apparent that our patients were falling not only on the nursing units, but also in procedural areas as well. X-ray, CAT scan, cath lab, and they were even falling in the emergency room. This showed us that our stakeholders aren't only nurses, but practically everyone involved that has direct patient care. To take it a step further, our executive leadership team is a major stakeholder in this project. A high rate of falls can impact our grade A leapfrog rating, NDQI reporting metrics, and our magnet staffing. Because we don't want to lose any of these designations, my CNO was happy to be involved in the project and grant approval for anything that we needed. As mentioned earlier, we developed a post-fall debrief process in November of 2023. One of our main stakeholders then was the assistant nurse managers and charge nurses on the floor because they had to fill out the debrief form. This is a tool where we get a lot of our falls data from. A&Ms and charge nurses continue to be a stakeholder with Falls Boot Camp because we are teaching them how to create a better environment and have better conversations for a Falls debrief. While filling out the debrief tool, we want to make sure that they are facilitating a collaborative Falls debrief that involves critical thinking surrounding the circumstances of the fall. Because the curriculum was finished by the end of this practicum class, I do have to hand it back over to Stacy and Lisa to teach and disseminate this information, although I happily volunteered to do so because I feel like falls reduction is now just a part of my being after working on it for the last 4 months. To sustain this project, we need to follow up with validation that action items are being put into place post-falls debrief. So even after teaching at Inpatient Skills Fair, I now see patients wearing the yellow fall wristbands. I see fall wrist magnets outside of the doors. And we also are doing a better job at not leaving our patients alone when they're using the restroom. So I can only imagine what this looks like after we implement Falls Boot Camp. To keep boot camp going, we just need to make sure that we have people who can teach it. And Stacy is a very high in demand mentor. So I know that any of her future students, whether bachelor's or master's, could take over the teaching of Falls Boot Camp and do a great job with it. I had quite a few practicum goals. I wanted to meet more leaders throughout the hospital. I wanted to understand initiatives that are underway. And I also wanted to become more informed about our different designations that the hospital carries. The 3 top goals that I had was how to manage a team of direct reports because I currently don't have any, how to have difficult conversations with coworkers, and how to analyze and interpret data and trends. Data is Stacy's love. She can spend hours in it, but having that keen eye and being able to interpret what the data is telling you is something that I needed to work on and that she definitely helped me develop through our time together. For AO and L competencies, I do feel that my greatest area of strength is professionalism. I uphold professional accountability, advocate for healthcare policies, and partake in my organization's governing bodies. Since my freshman year of nursing school, professionalism has been taught and upheld. I was professional in clinicals, and now exuding it into my current role, I am constantly developing this strength. 3 competencies that I feel needed some work on was financial management, strategic management, and planning and human resource management. In my current role, I don't handle items that entail planning on an executive level. So to integrate this knowledge into my practicum project, I focused on financial management by analyzing budgetary requirements, such as looking at FTEs and different hourly grids. I worked on strategic management by incorporating organizational goals and planning into different committees. And we touched on human resource management by addressing staffing needs, skills development, and employee engagement. I've walked away with a plethora of nuggets of information from my practicum, and honestly, 150 hours flew by so fast. I was able to attain my practicum goals and see how difficult conversations are held, how to grow and develop oneself and others, and also had a chance to meet many other leaders in the hospital by being a part of different work groups and committees. My biggest and I feel most important takeaway from Stacy is her statement to just try. Stacy's greatest strength is engineering innovative ideas and solutions to problems. While having meetings with her managers, they would collaborate and work together to find solutions to problems. And some of these solutions seemed very daunting. The more complex the solution felt, the more her managers veered away from it. What she constantly encouraged them to do was to just try. If it didn't work and went down in flames, you take that lesson, adapt, and try again. My current role involves a lot of PDSA cycles and coming up with implementing different process improvements. I can relate with her managers when some ideas felt overwhelming and unachievable, but you'll never know the outcome if you don't try. I now have this posted on my board in my office, and I have it on a sticky note under my monitors on my desk, because in my role, the biggest hindrance would actually be myself. So if I slink away from ideas or responsibilities, then nothing gets done. But if I just try, there might be something successful there. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any follow-up questions, you can absolutely contact me at my email that is provided here. And this slide is my references. Thank you.